Good day everyone, my name is Clarence A. Dela Peña from Dela 2A, and I'm here to discuss my summary from Unit 1 to Unit 3. Curriculum is a structured set of learning outcomes or tasks that educators are usually called goals and objectives, and it is referred for any courses. Curriculum is a continuous reconstruction of instructional content, materials, resources, and processes for evaluating the attainment of educational objectives to organize and implement the effective teaching. And there are two characteristics of the curriculum: the essential school and progressive school. When we say essential school, this is referred the teacher as the center of the class, while the progressive is the student are the center of the class. For the better understanding, let's define the traditional and progressive points of view. First is traditional. It is the body of subject or subject matter prepared by the teacher for the students. The teacher is the central of the learning, and the students is responsible to follow the instruction given by the teacher. Second is progressive. Progressive, this is the total experiences of the students. The students is responsible to reflect and monitor their own progress. We also have the curriculum planning. It is the process concerned with making decisions about what to learn, why, and how to organize teaching and learning process. And the curriculum development is a process of improving the curriculum and use a various approaches that have been used in developing curricula. There are types of curricula. First is the recommendation curriculum. Recommendation curriculum is more general and usually consists of policies and guidelines. Written curriculum. Written curriculum is the sanction and approved for classroom and delivery. Third, taught curriculum. Taught curriculum is taking the students into consideration. They decide on how to achieve the intended learning outcomes. Supported curriculum. It is supported by available resources such as textbooks, workbooks, audiovisual aids, and laboratory equipment. Assessed curriculum. Assessed curriculum is reflected by the assessment or evaluation of the learners. Includes formative and summative assessment conducted by the teacher and the school. And we have the learned curriculum. Learned curriculum is refers to the learning outcomes of the students. Hidden curriculum. Hidden curriculum, it is unintended curriculum that is deliberately planned by may influence learning outcomes. And we have the concomitant curriculum. Concomitant curriculum, these are the thoughts and experiences at home and may be retrieved by means of church and religious expressions. Propose the values and moral ethics. And we have the phantom curriculum. Phantom curriculum is the exposure in media. And last, we have the null curriculum. Null curriculum is what students do not have the opportunity to learn. The students' learnings are based on the experiences and interaction and discourses in the classroom. And now let's move on of the curriculum development in the Philippines. Letter A, historical foundation of the curriculum. It is touched by the religion, economic, political, and social influences and events in the country. And here the nature or systems of the curriculum in the Philippines under the different period. The pre-Spanish period, the Spanish period, the American period, the curriculum during the Commonwealth, the Japanese devised curriculum, the curriculum during the Liberation period, the curriculum during the Philippines Republic, the curriculum during the New Society, and last the present 1986 present. And letter B, the philosophical foundation of the curriculum. It is held to determine the driving purpose of education and the roles of the various participants, and it's composed of aims, roles, and trends of educational philosophy. Letter C, the psychological foundation of the curriculum. It is provided as a basis for the teaching and learning process, and there has three major groups of learning theories that helps to shape in crafting the curriculum. And these are the behaviorist psychology, cognitive psychology, and humanistic psychology. And last, social foundation of the curriculum. Social foundation of the curriculum is the educational system are closely tied to the institutional network of the society. The different elements of the curriculum. First is the behavioral objectives. Is a learning outcomes stated in measurable terms, which gives direction to the learner's experiences and becomes to the basis for the student's evaluation. Objectives may vary in several respects. They may be general or specific, concrete or abstract, cognitive, affective, or psychomotor. Second is the content subject matter. It refers to areas of creating forums for teaching and sharing knowledge. Content in academic circle refers to the areas of learning and the knowledge within those areas. Subject matter, on the other hand, is more finely described as the actual knowledge and learning to be imparted. Third is the reference. Reference is follows the content and it tells where the content or subject matter has been taken. Fourth is the teaching and learning methods are denoted as the various strategies that the teacher uses to deliver his and her subject matter to the students in the classroom based on what instructional objectives to bring about the learning. Teaching method aids learning and helps to communicate ideas and skills to the students. And last, we have the assessment and evaluation. It refers to an ongoing process of collecting and analyzing, synthesizing, and interpreting information to aid in understanding what students know and can do, and can gather information about the students' learning and effectiveness in each content area. And according to De Guzman, there are three interrelated purposes of assessment. First, we have the assessment for learning. Occurs when the teacher uses interference about the students' progress to inform their teaching. Second is assessment as learning. Assessment as learning occurs when the students reflect on and monitor their own progress to inform their future learning goals. And third, assessment of learning. Assessment of learning occurs when the teachers uses evidence of the students to make a judgment on student achievements against goals and standards. And now let's move on to the approaches and types of the curriculum design. First, we have the subject-centered design. It is focuses on the content of the curriculum. Number two, we have the learner-centered design. It is advocates that the learners should be the center of the educative process. And it has three subtypes. First is the child-centered design. Child-centered design is anchored on the needs and interests of the child. Experiences-centered. It is also proposed the needs and interests of the learners cannot be planned, and the experience of the learners is become the starting point of the curriculum. And we have the humanistic design. Humanistic design stresses the whole person and integration of thinking, feeling, and doing. And number three, we have the problem-centered design. Problem-centered design draws on more a progressive view of the curriculum, and it has two types. First is the life situation design. Life situation design, it is uses the past and present experiences of the learners as means to analyze the basic area of living. And second is the core design. Core design, it includes the common needs, problem, and concrete and concern of the learners. And now let's discuss the curriculum mapping process. Curriculum mapping process is the process by collecting and recording curriculum related data that identifies core skills and content, thought processes employed and assessment used for each subject area and grade or program level. Curriculum is derived from the Latin word currere, which means to run. Curriculum is a broad sense, refers to the overall framework of educational systems, which includes the instruction and management. Curriculum is a dynamic because it is constantly changing to the midst of the changing society and people, and viewed traditionally and progressively. Development is about the changes, and before we done it, we need to consider the following: the purposeful, planned, and progressive. And we have the curriculum development models. First, we have the Tyler's model. Tyler's model is called as the ends and means, and a quintessential prototype of curriculum development in the scientific approach. Second is the Tabas model. It is inductive approach and believe that teachers are aware of the students' needs, hence they should be one of the develop the curriculum. Third is the Peter Oliva model. Peter Oliva model is a deductive model that offers a faculty as a process for the complete development of a school curriculum. Oliva is recognized the needs of the students in particular communities are not always the same as a general needs of the students throughout our society. Fourth is Saylor and Alexander model. Saylor and Alexander model are composed of goals, objectives, and domains. The model indicates that the curriculum planners begin by specifying the major educational goals and specific objectives they wish to accomplish. And now let's move on to the curriculum development process. The curriculum development process is a dynamic process. It changes according to the needs of the society, and it is shown interaction and relationship of the four essential phases of the curriculum development process. The curriculum planning. Curriculum planning involves the analysis of the philosophy, social forces, needs, goals and objectives, treatment of knowledge, human development, learning process, and instruction and decision. Curriculum design. Curriculum design, it is arrangement of the curriculum components. Curriculum is always organized the following order: the objectives, content, instruction, and evaluation. Curriculum implementing. Curriculum implementing is the act of putting the written plan and conceptualized design of a curriculum into action through the uses of the teacher's pedagogical expertise and creativity. And last, we have the curriculum evaluation. Curriculum evaluation refers to the formal process of determining the quality, effectiveness, or value of a curriculum, and also involves the value of judgment.